Shalom, Brother Kabad back in the GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's own begotten Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us his truth according to the Bible and rule well. Another shalom on the other sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth through diligence and sincerity and in charity. And another shalom on all the sincere followers, believers of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Not just hearers of the word, but doers as well. You men, women, and children, the hopeful elect, shalom. Now is the time. Now is the time to what? Get your house in order and put off that weak nature. Because the times ahead are going to be rough, all right? And they're going to be tough. But what? We need to lean back on the scriptures, the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to get through. But now is the time. Prophecy is being fulfilled. Revelation 12:12, all right? 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, the 16th chapter, all these things are right before our eyes. All right, so now it's time. 2nd Ezra 14:13, now therefore set thy house in order and reprove thy people and comfort such of them as be in trouble and renounce corruption. That's what we're telling our people week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, starting with our head apostles and elders, a great millstone. All right. We're reproving, correcting our people, the elect, because we all know 2/3 is not going to hearken, right? But they get the warning as well, all right? So that they have no cloak for their sins, and the Lord's going to judge the hell out of them. It says, comfort such of them as be in trouble. That's right. Who's in trouble? You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the ones that are in trouble. Remember, this is we're living in the land of the shadow of death. Where any step can be your last. All right. And renounce corruption. All right, let's get that definition of renounce. All right. All right, renounce. Let's see here. It says formally declare one's abandonment. All right. Reject. All right. You got to reject corruption. All right. And what is corruption? Everything that's promoted in Esau's, Edom's kingdom, the so-called white man, his philosophies, his ways, his doctrine. All right. And what's one of the major ones that's going on right now is the stab and jab and the Mike Tyson punch you out. All right. And a lot of our people, you know, they don't want to reject that. They want to save their life. But the scriptures say those that try to save their life shall lose it, and those that lose their life for the Lord's sake shall gain it. All right. Verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts. All right. Let's get into that word. All right. Mortal. All right. Physical, bodily, fleshly. Right? That's what we're supposed to be putting off, man. The flesh. Remember? The flesh profiteth nothing. The spirit is willing, but the flesh profiteth nothing, man. But that's all that's promoted here is pleasing your flesh. But the Lord said, what? Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off the weak nature. Well, how am I going to survive? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Revert back to the scriptures, man. Not speaking to myself first and foremost because I'm doing this lesson. All right? Revert back to what we have, man. Okay? Which is this word. This wisdom, this knowledge, understanding. Remember, Isaiah 33:6 is going to keep us stable in the times of trouble. Romans 15, this is the comforter. Okay? It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. Well, how am I going to eat? How am I going to protect my family? And see, that's why I gotta bring this precept out, because I done quoted it, but the Spirit's having me bring it out again. You know, Romans 15. It says, "For whatsoever things were written before time were written for our learning." The Lord said that He's going to take care of His servants, man. His servants shall eat. Isaiah 65. All right. Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear Him and deliver them. All right. So we got to put away those thoughts, man, that are most heavy. Oh, if you don't take this man's sperm juice, all right, then you're not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to do that. Look, man, put away those thoughts, man. Those heavy thoughts. All right. Romans 15:4. "For whatsoever things are written for time are written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." And there's hope within these scriptures, man, because the words of the Lord are what? Faithful and true. All right. It says back in 2 Ezra 14, it says, "Set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times." Jake don't want to haste from fleeing from these times, man. Jake want to continue to stay here, get comfortable, right? Set up shop in a place that's getting ready to crumble. Remember, Apostle Tahar deemed this year, through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, hating the coming of the day of our Lord. 2021. We're supposed to be hastening to get the hell up out of here, man. Here it is, we have no control over nothing. Bottom of the barrel. Just can't make it over the hump. Don't have no say-so over our children on what goes on. Right? Breathing toxic air. Okay, genetically modified foods. I mean, defiled everything. But you're not hasting to get the hell up out of here? Working 2 and 3 jobs, 10 to 14-hour days. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. Verse 16. "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done thereafter." All right. And that's what you get ready to see. That's why now is the time to set that house in order. All right. You got to get your mind right within these scriptures. Get your relationship right with YAHAWASHI. Because if you don't, right? If you don't, you're going to get taken out, man. Point blank, period. This is second Ecclesiastes 2. And I started, matter of fact, I started 10. I'm going to read on down. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?" All right. So when the Lord told you to put away mortal thoughts, those fleshly thoughts, and all the things that are heavy unto thee, right? You got to trust in the Lord to do that and give it all to Him. All right. Look at the generations old and see. Daniel. All right. I mean, being locked up with some ferocious lions. It takes a lot of trust, man, a lot of faith in the Lord. But what? He wasn't confounded. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego in a fiery furnace, man. So you got to look back on these things, man. It says, "Or did ever abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" All right. The Lord didn't hate it when you called upon Him, man. All right. But you got to be doing what the Lord commands us. It says, verse 11, "For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction," which we're getting ready to see. Affliction is coming like it's never been. Matthew 24. All right, 21. The time that's coming is not going to be like a time that's ever been on the earth. All right. That's why it said in 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, that greater evils than those which thou hast seen. Ezra has seen many visions. Shall happen hereafter. And that hereafter is talking about now. In these last days. Okay. It says back in Sirach 2 and 11, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgive of sins and save in time of affliction. Verse 12, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and a sinner that go two ways, destruction unto that man. All right, that double-minded man. All right, remember the scripture said, double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. He's going to be wavering when it's time to put these thoughts away. He's going to be wavering whether he should take the juice or not. Take the MOTB or not. All right? But the men of the Lord are going to be standing firm. The ones that cast away those mortal thoughts. They had their hearts set on the kingdom of heaven, which is being ran and righteous by Lord YAHAWASHI. All right. Verse 13, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Yeah, he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. You see? He ain't going to be defended in time of trouble, man. But those that's been fearing, Psalms 34 and 7, they're going to be defended, man, because they've been fearing. All right? To the best of their ability. And when you fear, you're listening. Fear is someone having, terrified of someone or something that can cause pain. Right? Who can cause that pain? YAHAWASHI. Remember, he controls the issues of life and death. 1 Samuel, the 2nd chapter. So we're going to listen to him, man. We're going to follow what he says. And if he said, put off those fleshly thoughts and set aside things that are most heavy unto thee, then we're going to do it. All right. Last verse. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. Patience in what? The Lord. You got tired of suffering in this thing. You want to go back into the world. Destruction unto you. Whether it's through Jacob's trouble or the Lord coming back in the chariots and you catching fire. It says, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Nothing. You're going to get with the Spirit, man. That's all you can do. All right? That's all you can do. This last verse, verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. Right? So pull out the ways of this world, man. Pull out those mortal and fleshly thoughts. All right? And fear the Lord and keep what he says, man. Which is just truth. That's it. Point blank period, man. This world's going to pass away. Right? That righteous king will come. 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. Wherein dwelleth righteousness. But beforehand, what? Don't let these thoughts get to you, man. Fear the Lord and trust in his word. Lord, when it's edifying to the next time I say shalom.